Well, good evening. We're almost done with Chapter 6. We got 2 more lessons. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to be talking about Lesson 6-9. And last night in 6-8, what we did is we talked about changing one number, either increasing or decreasing it. And what you had to do for 6-8 was find the percent of change. So you found out how much it increased or how much it decreased. So what we're going to do tonight is just the opposite of that. We're going to give you the percent of markup if we want to go up or discount if we want to go down, and you're going to figure out the amount of change. Okay, so it's almost exactly like what we did last night. It's just the reverse. Last night you were given the amounts and you had to find the percent. Tonight you're going to be given the percent and you need to find the amounts. Okay, pretty straightforward. Now, markup and discount are kind of cool because they exist very much in the retail world. So a lot of times people like to ask, well, when am I ever going to use this? Well, if you work in any kind of store, any kind of retail store, whether it's a jewelry store or Walmart or Kmart or a grocery store, or you work at one of those stores at the mall, a retail store, the way stores make money is they buy stuff and they charge more for it. And the difference is what the money they make. And then from that, they pay their employees. They pay for rent on their space. They pay for lighting and electricity. And, of course, they have to pay for the stuff they actually bought. Okay? And so whatever's left over would be profit. All right. So let's get started. Now, since this is a markup lesson, my guest today is going to be Mark. Say hi, Mark.
Hello.
All right, so this is Mark's first video. Scooch up so you can be heard a little bit more clearly. And let's define what a markup is. Okay, so let's go ahead. A markup is, oops.
The percent of increase a store charges to make money.
That's it. Okay, and it very much is going to exist in a store type sense, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to take a percent and we're going to find that amount and find out how much we have to charge more to make money. All right, so let's do an example problem. All right, because I'm just saying the same thing over. So suppose a store buys something wholesale. That's what when they buy it from the manufacturer, and they pay $56 for this coat. Okay. Now to make money, this store's markup is 75%, which is not at all unusual. If you go to someplace like J&H or Outdoors, or you go to really any store in the mall, 75–80% markup is pretty much standard. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to figure out what the markup is. How much is the store going to add to the price before they sell it to the public? All right. So this is going to be a simple percentage problem. All right. So let's go ahead and figure this one out. Let's use white for this. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do 75% of $56. Now, we know 2 ways to do that. We can change this to a decimal and do 0.75, change the of to times 56, and I can multiply this, and I will get 42 on a calculator, or I could do it by hand. Of course, the other way to set it up, I could set it up as a proportion. I could say 75 is to 100, because it's a percent, as x is to 56, and if I'm not using a calculator, this cross multiply divide method, even though it's a little more work, is actually a little bit easier to do the arithmetic. Okay, either way you do it, you're going to end up with $42. Okay, that's the markup. All right, now that's how much the store increases the price by to make money. So what would the actual coat cost? If I actually walk in the store, 56 plus 42 would be how much? The actual sale price would be what?
98.
Okay, it would be $98 would be the price on the coat. Okay, and so that is the wholesale price that the store had to pay for it plus the markup. Okay, that's it. So that's how you do a markup. All right, now let's say this same coat has sat on the shelves for months and months and months, and it's getting to be spring, and this was a winter coat. Well, nobody's probably going to buy a winter coat in the spring, and so what the store is going to do is they're going to mark it off. They're going to put it on sale. And that brings us to the next idea, which is just the opposite. Now we're going to do a discount. Okay? So once again, Mark, you want to help me out with the definition here? A discount is it's price.
The price decreased when something goes on sale.
That's right. It's the price decrease when something goes on sale. It's how much you take off of the price. All right. So again, let's do an example problem here. Suppose that there's a pair of pants for $21.99. I should put a $sign in there. Okay. And they go on sale for 15% off. Find the discount. In other words, how much am I going to save because of the sale? So again, we're going to do this problem the same way. We're going to do 15% of $21.99. So I can either do 0.15 times $21.99, okay, and put that into a calculator, and I will get 3.30 rounded to the nearest penny, okay, and that's a dollar amount. Or I could just as easily have done 15 over 100 is equal to x over 21.99, cross multiply and divide, and again I would get x is equal to 3.30. Okay, now that's the discount. That's how much I'm saving by buying it on sale. Now, that's not the sale price. This is not the price you're going to pay. You don't get the $21.99 coat for $3.30. Okay, not unless it was marked down by 85%. This is the amount you save. So now, to find the sale price, what you're going to actually have to do is subtract $3.30 from the original price, right? It just makes sense. All right. Now, that brings us to another way to look at these things. Okay, so let's look at the one we just did. We had $21.99 pair of pants, and we found out that the discount is $3.30. So one way I could go ahead and find the sale price is I could take the $21.99, find the discount, and subtract it. So if I get $21.99, subtract $3.30, go ahead and subtract this. We're going to get $18.69. Okay? And this is called the sale price. Be very careful when you're doing one of these. If they ask for the discount, they're looking for this, the $3.30 that you save. If they ask for the sale price, they mean after you subtract the discount, how much are you actually going to have to pay for it. Now, if you notice in the original problem that they're looking for sale price, is there another way to do it in less steps? Rather than find the discount and then have to subtract, which is two problems, what could we do here, Mark? If I'm taking 15% off, how much am I actually paying? What's going to be left for the price? What's the opposite of 15%? If I take 15% away from 100, what percent am I actually still having to pay?
80.
Yeah, speak up. 85%. So that's the amount that I'm actually paying. Well, if I do this problem, I do 85%. Oops, sorry, that's supposed to be a 5. 85, well, which it was. It just kind of came out a little messy. Here, let's fix that. Okay, so we do 85% of $21.99. Now, it's going to automatically take off the 15%. I'm just going to find what 0.85 times $21.99 is. And again, if I round to the nearest tenth, I'm going to get the exact same thing I got over here. I'm going to get $18.69. Okay, now if you're looking for the sale price only, that's a quick shortcut to get there. And the same thing would work for markup. If I'm marking something up by 40%, okay, yeah, and by the way, there we go. Bad pun. That'll probably be in the daily quiz tomorrow, since Mark is helping me record the video on markups. Get it? Okay. But the same trick would work. So if I was doing a 40% markup, I could find the 40% and then add it like we did in the first example. Or I could fix the percentage ahead of time and say, look, if I'm doing a 40% markup, I'm going to have all of what I've already paid for it plus 40%. So let's just take 140% of the price. Okay, and again, that's called the wholesale price. That's what the store pays for the object before they mark it up. Okay, and that will absolutely work. All right, well, we want to keep this video kind of short, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. This is Mark's first math video, so thank you very much for helping out, Mark, and we're going to keep this right at 9 minutes. So if you need to, go back over the definitions for markup and discount, and tomorrow in class, we will practice these. Thanks for watching, everybody.
That's a beautiful picture.
Say bye.
Bye.